Monster High G3 has been pumping out the releases this year, and of course one of those releases that we got was Skulltimate Secrets Abbey, and this is her second iteration, and of course they gave us poly hair. And if you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you'll know polypropylene hair just will not cut it. So Miss Abbey will be getting some brand new soft nylon hair. In addition to Skulltimate Secrets Abbey, we also got another pretty anticipated release, which was Catty Noir. Now, we saw this doll months ago and people were a little bit on one side of the fence or the other. Some people either loved her plus size figure or some people didn't. Now, I think that there are more than enough think pieces here on YouTube and on other social media platforms about the controversy surrounding this doll's plus size figure, so we won't be going into that today, but I will say I personally love the representation that this doll brings. I will always stand for more representation in dolls, so if you plan on being fat phobic in the comments, it's going to be deleted and you'll be blocked. However, on a more positive note, as soon as I saw this doll, I 100% knew that I wanted to restyle her. I already had a vision for her in my head. Now, did the vision end up executing the way that I wanted it to? Not really, but we'll get into that a little bit later in the video. I will say one valid critique that I've been seeing on social media is that this doll's outfit is hideous, and I definitely agree with that. Once I can afford it, I will definitely be commissioning a brand new outfit for her because this one just is not gonna do. So since Abbey will be getting a reroute today, of course we have to get rid of that nasty, stiff polypropylene hair, and it has tinsel in it, which is like the worst combination ever. So I just take some small eyebrow scissors and cut off all the hair. I like to use the eyebrow scissors because it gets the stub of the hair as short as possible, which just makes it a little bit easier when you are scraping out the plugs later. Does anybody else feel like viciously chopping off all your doll's hair is oddly therapeutic? I'll then take my blow dryer on high heat, and this is just going to help remove the head from the net peg, and it'll also soften up any glue or burnt ends on the inside of the head so that you can easily scrape the head out and get out any of the excess plugs. So that didn't go as planned. So I just reheated up the head and took some needle nose pliers and pulled that neck peg out of the head. I did end up reattaching it later off camera. Then after that mini crisis, I did go in with a flathead screwdriver and scraped the inside of the scalp to get out the little hair nubs. To prep Catty for her restyle, I did separate out the little small micro braids that she has around her hairline, and I just pulled each one of them out with my fingers. Now, I would be careful when you're doing this because some of the regular straight saran plugs did fall out after I did this, so you definitely want to be mindful of that. So I have to say a huge thanks to the amazing owners at Shimmerlocks for sending me these colors to reroute Abbey for free. The blend ended up being a perfect match for her original hair, so definitely make sure to pause the video so you can see those colors, and I'll also make sure to list the exact links in the description box down below. But now for the super tedious part, I'm just gonna sit here with my rerouting needle and plug hundreds and hundreds of plugs into the hair to give her her brand new hair. So I also thought this would be a great time to talk about Skulltimate Secrets Series 5 or 6 or 200 at this point, I'm not sure. So we recently got stock photos for Skulltimate Secrets Garden Mysteries, and it looks like there's going to be 3 or 4 dolls in this line, and I definitely have some thoughts. Thought number 1 is, why are we getting so many Skulltimate Secrets lines? I feel like we get 3 or 4 Skulltimate Secrets each year, and honestly I'm kind of getting bored of it, especially when we are constantly getting the exact same characters. Like Draculaura is in every single release. Like I just honestly don't believe that she is that popular that she has to be in every single release that comes out. But with that being said, out of this current Skulltimate Secrets line, she is the most interesting in my opinion because she does have that brand new color scheme. Of course, we can also talk about the elephant in the room. We got a Venus in this release, but of course it's not a true Venus in my opinion because she does not have her locks. And this may be a hot take, but I'm honestly not surprised, and neither should you be, because since Skulltimate Secrets Series 2, Monster High has shown us that they're not going to put any budget into the actual dolls themselves. You're paying a $30 price point, but you're literally paying for the playset and the gimmick. You're not paying for the actual quality of the doll. So them giving Venus her yarn locks was never gonna happen, especially in a Skulltimate Secrets drop. So I hope this is just a one-time thing, but honestly, they could get rid of Skulltimate Secrets altogether and I would be perfectly fine. Oh, and I almost forgot to talk about Twyla. It's just another Twyla doll. I mean, I think that it is a cute doll, but nothing crazy special to me, and the poly hair is going to be an automatic turnoff for me. And sorry I'm not talking you guys through this process. I have about a million videos on washing doll hair. But another elephant in the room I would love to address. I am obviously in a brand new setting. So I did end up moving about a week and a half ago. So sorry if this video is a little bit more clunky and not as polished as my usual content. I'm still trying to settle into the new filming space. It is slightly smaller than my older place, so yeah, I'm working on it, guys, but hopefully you guys will continue to be on the journey with me. And yeah, just thank you for your patience. 2024 has definitely been a trial, we'll just say it that way, and I am finally feeling like I'm in a place where I can go back to giving you guys more consistent content. I really want to try to get out videos weekly now. So definitely let me know in the comment section what you want to see as far as videos on my channel. I know I haven't been replying to all the comments like I usually do. I usually try to reply to every single comment that I get, but again, the last like 2 to 3 months have been so stressful. It's just been like an extra toll on my mental health to try to reply into comments as well. But again, I am getting back on it. So I'm so excited to be back with you guys. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you are, give the video a big thumbs up. And if you're really enjoying the video and you want to join the family, hit that subscribe button down below, because sometimes the YouTube algorithm can be a little funky and it won't show you my videos.
When you feel there's something wrong with your brain, 'cause every time you talk it sound like blah 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 blah. I'm just hearing blah 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 blah. Every time you talk it sound like blah 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 blah. I'm just hearing blah 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 blah. Every time you talk it, I wonder who hurt you. I wonder who.
So since Catty had that high ponytail, I did want to give her a little bit of a boil wash just to flatten out the hair for her future style. Side note, if you just want to boil wash her hair, it comes out super nice, super silky, and super soft.
Imagine your pain. I'm just minding my business, but you're so in your feels. There's something wrong with you.
So moving on to styling Abbey, I did want to give her some nice kind of soft layers. So fun fact, my original reroute on my core Abbey was actually inspired by Beyonce. And because this wave of Skulltimate Secrets is kind of concert / performance themed, I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to give her another kind of Beyonce inspired look. So I just kind of gave her some soft waves kind of inspired by the hair that Beyonce did in the early part of the Renaissance tour. So yeah, that's what I did. I just went in, cut off some of the length. Then with my shears, I went in and created some angles and some layers in the front of the hair on the left and the right side. If you want a detailed version of how to cut layers in your doll's hair, I'll put a little link in the iCard above for you to click and you can check out after this video.
Waiting, patient, only thing that I've never been good at. No, chasing ways to have it to myself just like I should, yeah.
Moving on to the one, the only it girl, Catty. So she is going to be a black girl in my house. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, she's going to be a black girl. So I wanted to give her some jumbo butterfly braids. And this wouldn't be a Keezy restyle if I didn't do it in the most complicated way ever. So I didn't want there to be any bald spots. So as you saw, I did kind of section out the braids beforehand. Then I went in with this pink hair that I got from Shimmerlocks like last year, and I went in and created individual part lines for each braid. Was it totally necessary? Yes, because I like a nice clean restyle, and if I didn't do new parts, you would have seen the black painted scalp peeking through the braids, and we just can't have that, right? As you can see, I'm taking an X-Acto knife with an inserted needle to create new holes for the part lines that I'm creating. And yeah, it just makes it a little bit easier to plug in the hair, and it also avoids having your needles break a whole lot. So yeah, just a nice little tip.
Like that, stick around, swear when we're together, heaven's on the ground. I'll do this forever.
I want to know in the comment section, have you picked up your own Catty Noir? I actually got this one right before I moved. For whatever reason in my area, she was taking a little bit longer to get on store shelves. But again, I knew that I was going to pick her up as soon as I saw her, because I think that she is a beautiful doll. I think that this face up that they did on her is really, really pretty. Again, the outfit is definitely not my favorite, but the designer Haunt Couture, and no, he's not affiliated with Monster High. He had that name before Monster High did Haunt Couture, but he actually made 3 different outfits for Catty, and honestly I would love to have all 3 of them to kind of change her into, but my utmost favorite one was the kind of pink strappy 2-piece that he did for her. I think that will be the one that I get for her, because if it's still available, because yeah, I think it just matches her vibe the most. It definitely kind of gives pop star, and I'll try to insert a photo here of it so that you can see it. So now moving on to the main attraction itself, which is creating the butterfly braids themselves. I try not to give tutorials on things that I literally just learned myself from YouTube, but literally all you do is start out with a normal braid. You want to braid it a little bit looser than you normally would. Then what I did is take that exact same tool with the needle on the end and just pull out small pieces of hair to create little loops within the braid. I'm personally obsessed with this technique. I love that it kind of gives the braid a kind of wave curly look without actually having to wave or curl the hair. To be totally honest, it did take me about 4 or 5 braids to finally get the technique down, but once you get the technique down, it is super easy to do, and again, I love the effect that it gives. It's like a super trendy, cute hairstyle. And because Catty is a pop princess, of course she needs a little bit of sparkle that'll hit her while she's on the stage. So I did end up giving her some hair jewels. I just placed some smaller ones around the baby hairs and the top of her braids, and kind of had them waterfall down into bigger jewels towards the end of the braid. And again, I just love the kind of glittery effect it gave the braids. I did use actual tacky glue to adhere the jewels to the braids. I didn't actually put jewels all the way throughout the braids. I just placed them on the front 3 braids on either side, just to make sure too many of them wouldn't fall out. I am so glad to be back, guys. I was looking at my uploads and I realized I only uploaded once last month. So again, I am sorry for that. Again, you know, life was lifing, but I'm feeling so much better now. I'm in such better spirits. So again, let me know in the comment section down below, what is it that you want to see next? I do have some video ideas lined up, but I always want to hear from you guys. But also tell me what you guys thought of these restyles in the comment section down below. If you are a fan of Catty, leave a pink heart. If you are on Team Abbey, leave a snowflake, and let's see who wins. But that is all for me, plastics. As always, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your continued support, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.